Hello, my name is Jeon. Today I'm going to introduce FHIR, Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources, which we are using the most of the time in this course. Before getting into detail, let me briefly introduce myself. Again, my name is Jeon. I got my bachelor's in computer science from Georgia Tech in spring 2014. I'm currently working as SDE in Amazon Web Service team. I started OMSCS program from spring 2015, and I have taken 3 courses so far. I'm very excited to take this course because I've been always interested in learning about how technologies are applied in health industries, but I never had a chance to learn about them. So what is FHIR? First of all, FHIR stands for Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources. As is stated, it makes healthcare resources interoperable efficiently among different entries. In other words, it is a healthcare standard that defines electronic health records among different medical systems. It makes the exchange of health information easy and quick, overcoming the traditional paper-based recording. In this course, we have an access to GT/FHIR server hosted by Georgia Tech that provides test medical records based on FHIR specification. So it is basically a test environment for us to retrieve fake health records that are to be used for projects in this course. As you can see on the left bar, there are a bunch of resources we need to pick before retrieving any record. Let's try to get some patient information first. Here we are given research parameters. We can search patient information by patient's ID, birth date, names, and gender. You can also provide multiple parameter values. This is the patient information result after I searched by Kim as family name. As you can see, I was able to find 14 patients who have the last name Kim. I can get the unique ID of each patient as well as full name, gender, birth date, and full address. Importantly, with this unique ID, I can basically search for different resources such as medication of this patient, condition, or observation of this patient, and so on. Looking at the second entry, the patient's name is Raymond Kim. He was born on September 17, 1951. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. His unique ID is 9667, and I'm going to use this unique ID for next searches. This time I'm going to try to grab some information about the visits of this patient Raymond Kim. So I first click on Encounter for resource type and choose patient for the first parameter and enter 9667 as patient ID and hit search. In result, I was able to find total 58 entries about the patient's visits, which means Raymond visited medical service 58 times in the past. Looking at one example of the first entry, it shows that he visited University Medical Center labs to see John Wolf on December 13, 2011. I'm going to remember this encounter by keeping this encounter ID 176770 for next search on observation. This time I'm retrieving some observation data using the encounter ID that I grabbed from the last slide to learn about some clinical assessment that were done on this patient Raymond Kim during his visit on December 13, 2011. And here is the result. I was able to find one entry for this search, which means he had only one assessment during his visit on December 13, 2011. It shows exactly what assessment was done as well as the result. As you can see, the entry shows that he had a hemoglobin A1C test to get the hemoglobin rate in the blood, and the result was 9.0%, which seems higher than normal. So as you can see, there are many ways to retrieve various information about patient's record using FHIR. This time, by using GT/FHIR server, I retrieved some information about Marla Dixon, who is our favorite patient in this course. Here are all information I found about this patient. I found her name, ID, gender, birth date, and address. By using her ID, I was able to find 3 encounters, 27 observations, 4 conditions, 3 medication orders, and 0 operation. FHIR has been used well on Smart, an application platform for healthcare. There are many examples of good apps on Smart. Most of them are publicly shared, and it proves that FHIR is a great standard to enable innovators to build healthcare applications in interoperable ways. Since MU Stage 3 focuses on increasing patient electronic access to their own data, it is important to have creative apps and platforms that enable the interoperability. Therefore, FHIR is the most attractive option for MU Stage 3.